Alright, welcome back to the World Cup 2006, where, of course, you'll remember that we beat the Czech Republic and got ourselves a place in the next round, the quarterfinals. So that's exciting enough. But I sort of stopped it almost immediately after having played that match, which means that, excuse me, yeah, I thought I had to sneeze. Well, it means that I don't really know. I don't know at all who my next opponent is gonna be, and I just can't wait to find out. So this is gonna be like a super short episode that will allow me to know who my next opponent is, and spend a little off-camera time just looking at their squad and making tactical plans and stuff like that. Like I will. So so yeah, um, and if I have to, I guess I have to see all of these matches first, or not see them, but I will be watching one of them, and I think you can guess which one, because it's a literal, not literal, but a veritable smorgasbord of good opponents. I mean, good teams clashing against each other from different parts of the world, like the World Cup is supposed to be. We've got Germany and Paraguay. I'm inclined to think that the favorites are just gonna win this easily. Germany, and a 2-0 win, and yeah, no match for Germany and Alex Alves. All right. And Brazilian as second nationality. I thought so. So that was interesting. Yeah. So goodbye to Sarabia and who else? I don't know who else they've got. Brazil versus USA. The US, well, they've done very well. So far, only losing to Italy. And that's quite surprising in a group as strong as this one. So, can they send home the Brazilian team, who in the last World Cup only got to this second round? Let's see. Nope. After penalties, it's the Brazilians, and I mean, it's not even a convincing. It's not like they should have won and the US were lucky or anything. I mean, yeah, they've got a good defense, I guess. But in the end, so did the Brazilians, and they managed to score just one more penalty. But a closely fought match, I guess. Could easily have been the US winning that one. So that was 2 more matches, and now we've only got 2 to go. So France versus Mexico. I think France got this, and they do. So Zinedine Zidane, they're a really good team. We've already played them, so I hope we don't have to face them again. That would be boring. And then the next match, Argentina versus England. So let's take a look at that, because it's always interesting. I mean, we're gonna meet one of these other teams, so I'm just taking my time getting to know them. This is, well, fairly obvious what they're doing here, and same thing with the English actually. Right. So Alan Smith from Leeds and Michael Bridges from Barcelona. Yeah, I forgot about that. Matthew Piper. Right. Okay then. So he gets to play down here, but the England manager probably knows some things about him that I don't. That's a goal from Matthew Etherington from Coventry, having transferred from Tottenham last season. One cap, and then a start against Argentina. That's pretty cool. And a goal against Argentina in that match. But the little bunny has other plans for this match. And Zanetti as well. So they haven't even played better than the English. But they're just winning regardless. Maybe due to the goalkeeper problem that I talked about earlier. Well, in any case, it's... Oh, Michael Bridge is 5. It's 3-1 for Argentina. And doesn't look like... Well, I was about to say that it doesn't look like the English were going to be able to come back, but well, now they might, because well, it didn't seem like they had a lot of play, but it's a very evenly fought match. So now I guess Danish referee Kim Milton will probably be sending off David Beckham or something. Oh no, it's not 98. So let's see what happens. Can the English get that one goal in overtime? No, doesn't look like it. Nope, that's the final whistle. So once again, Argentina sees off England. Yeah, the Falkland Wars all over again, right? So that's a classic. And we've got Belarus, Egypt, Denmark, Wales, Brazil, Germany, Argentina, and France on to the next round. And then what happens? Sort of hoping for a big team or a really good chance of progressing. Wouldn't mind drawing Egypt, because they can't be that good, can they? Or, I don't know. Yeah. I don't really want to play against Belarus. So probably Egypt is the easiest team that's still in the match, in the game, in the World Cup, the tournament. So so it probably would make sense to hope for them. Oh, that's cool. So I might end up losing to my own native country, Denmark. That's poetic justice, isn't it? And they've got a lot of players, and I sort of just know all of them in real life, and also here in Championship Manager 102. I think that was one of the first editions where you could really play in the Danish leagues. Well, that's not true, of course, but where it was sufficiently detailed to actually make it fun. So I've been doing that a lot. And I've also managed the Denmark national team back in the day, I guess. Morten Olsen as the manager, just as in real life, but he's playing very differently here with the 3-5-2. I guess they did that. What they did against Scotland. Yeah, I've already seen that. Grønkjær. What? They're using Grønkjær and Martin Jorgensen over here as wingbacks? That's so weird. Those guys are just wings, attacking midfielders. So that doesn't make sense at all. But Belarus against Egypt, Denmark against Wales, Brazil against Germany, and Argentina against France. So that's actually the 4 favorites of these well, at least the traditional favorites. Some would argue that Belarus is also a favorite now, having beaten Italy and being the European champions. But these guys, they're like the historical favorites, these four nations for the World Cup. And that means only two of them will be on to the semifinals. That's pretty cool. And yeah. And I'm not as worried about playing against Denmark as I was against the Czech Republic. So if we could beat them, and now we've got more time to prepare. Oh, we'll be playing today. That's insane. The draw was made today, and well, it's not really the draw, obviously. It had to do with which teams. I don't know what it had to do with, but in a real World Cup, you can see that in the bracket thing. So maybe there was a way I could have figured it out, but I didn't. I don't know. Was there? I mean, here. So we've got Belarus against Egypt. Yeah, right. It's just this team playing against that team. Denmark against Wales. Brazil versus Germany. Argentina versus France. Right? So then you know. And we'll be playing in Mönchengladbach on the 30th. And I guess we've already traveled there, and this is AM, so it's the morning of this Friday, and everyone is ready, hopefully. Well, David Vaughan, he's a bit tired after making that last-minute run. He really wanted to score that one goal in order to not get into extra time, and I understand him, because then he would have been even more tired. But 90%, that's fine. The schedule, so I guess it's the same now. If it's the same with the system, then I mean, if we beat Denmark, then we'll have to face either Belarus or Egypt, and that's better than facing one of those teams. So I won't meet any of the traditional World Cup favorites until the final. That's like a golden chance, actually. So we've got this quarterfinal on the 30th, and then I guess we'll be playing on the 4th. So that's fine. If we make it through the quarterfinal. Okay. So that means that I'm going to have to find out exactly how to line up against Denmark. And they're playing with three defenders here, the wingbacks, and then 1, 2, 3, this guy in the middle, and 2 up front. So that might make it necessary for me to change something, but I'm not sure, because it's about balance in this game. I think if I line up 2 defensively and, for example, choose a defensive midfielder center to go here instead of Bellamy, then I won't. The Danish defense and midfield won't be as busy trying to contain, well, the attacking efforts from my side. So that might work counterproductive, I guess is the word. I mean, opposite to what I intended. So, but anyway, I do know that some of these guys have to be changed. And Darren Brace, he did well, but Mark Delaney is also ready, and so is Kit Simons. but not Mumford, of course. He won't be ready for a month. So I've got Matthew Bound still playing, and that's fine. That's the defense. And if I just had to do this now, then Bellamy would have to come off for Kumas, who would go down here again. Yeah. And sorry. And in the attack, it will be Hartson here. Twitty on the right wing. See, I know this team by now. So I've got Matthew Jones. And Andy Johnson is with good morale. So I don't know about the captaincy. He has superb morale, and he's the king of Wales, isn't he? That means it's a bit tough. I can't really bring along all the players that I would like to. Right. Something like that, I think. Yes, good morale. Yeah. That seems fine. So probably that's the way to do it, but this is just, don't get me wrong, I mean, this is all fine, this is like a standard lineup, but I have to think about a plan, because they've got two attackers up here, and then Thomason lying in the hole, and I need someone to deal with him while also containing the rest of the midfield. So maybe I should change something. Maybe I should just go like this again, just with Kumas here, getting the zonal thing, and then these two guys. Will that be enough? Oh, I know, this wasn't what this was supposed to be about. The Skriver and Poulsen, they're both pretty defensively orientated, but they've got long shots and stuff, I think. Yeah, not really. Mostly just really hardworking types. And I've got, well, they've got Hust playing sweeper or something. And we've got Hartson down here, and Kumas. And then I guess the threat of Grønkjær and Jorgensen, yeah, I'm gonna have to get them to get my guys to play man marking. Yeah, it's the opposition. And then I'll have to look at that afterwards. I don't know whether they'll be any good at that. Probably not. But then I would be able to have Delaney and Vaughan come on, go in centrally, because they're not really attacking in a wide manner at all. So Vaughan should man mark, well, not the opposition, but one of the attackers, right? I think I have to do this when I see their actual formation. I'll have to wait. But I think at this point, it's really about trying to adapt to your opponent. But I'll do that in the next video, or maybe I'll just edit these together. I don't have any more time now because I have to go and, well, listen to the audiobook of Harry Potter with my 12-year-old kid for around 20 minutes or so before he goes to sleep. It's a cool thing that we have together. So yeah, I'll go and do that. And I guess you guys have noticed that I'm wearing this jersey, and it's not because I'm suddenly siding with the opposition. It's just I don't own a Wales shirt, so I might as well just I mean, Denmark is playing, so why not? We need to beat them at this game, and since they're playing a really weird formation, and they're even playing it with long passing for some weird reason. Well, obviously probably because Ebbe Sand and Henrik Petersen, they're really good at heading and they're strong, so makes sense. But they've got this formation with like 5 defenders, or I don't know if you want to call it a 3-5-2 or a 3-5 or a 5-3-2 or a 3-2-2-1-2. I don't know, but I do know that it's a bit different than the other formations and the other sides that we've faced, and I think they're making a mistake, or the game engine or the national team manager of Denmark is making a mistake by playing Grønkjær, attacking midfielder, forward, right, left, and Martin Jorgensen, same thing. And then they've got people like Rommedahl. I mean, in this era in Danish football, we had a lot of good wingers, and he's not taking advantage of that. Instead, he's playing them as wingbacks. And, well, that's the one thing. And I'm going to have my wingers on defensive duty trying to follow these guys. And also, I'm going to play with my fullbacks trying to man mark Henrik Petersen and Sand, because I figure they'll be sort of going out here and out there because it's a very narrow formation apart from the wingbacks. So I'll have them man mark, and then the central defenders can do the zone defense. I don't know, it's just a crazy idea. I haven't tried this exact thing before. And also I thought about maybe doing something with the without ball thing, where I sort of maybe move this guy a lot more inside. And that might be a bit crazy, I don't know. But I'm doing it now. Yep. There you go. And then I'm gonna save it as something else. Bloody Dragons Den, or well, we should probably say versus Denmark. Yeah, right, something like that. Because then I can change it back. Because it's a bit weird. But apart from that, I need to actually get to the game in order to give them the right instructions with the man marking and everything. And I think I've got everyone ready to play. So it's really just about having the guts to click continue. Yeah, I know about Mumford. It's a shame, isn't it? So Denmark, yes, just like I thought, except they've got Bølund now, who's an actual wingback. Probably because that other guy was a bit too tired. Martin Jorgensen over on the other side. So that's number 2 and 3. Yeah. And then they've got Poulsen and Kallenberg. That worries me a little bit. He's this creative type, but he's not really good in this version. And Jon Dahl Tomasson, I would be more worried about him if it was the actual Jon Dahl Tomasson, because then he'd have off the ball 20 and finishing 20. And then the rest just average. Something like that. Yeah. So it's number 2 and 3. And then number 9 and 10 up front. So I just have to go here, and 9 and 7, 9 and 7. All right, so that's Vaughn. Number 9, yes, exactly. And Delaney, number 10, exactly. Kit Simons, Sonal, Bound, Sonal. Right. So then Twitty. Yeah, that seems right. What did it say? Yeah, that's right, because it's Martin Jorgensen. And Giggs, Kasper Bølund. All right. And then we've got Johnson, Fowler, and Kumas. They can just do the zonal thing in the midfield, and everyone is playing attacking, short, hard, pressing, just like they're supposed to. I actually feel less anxious about this because I was going into the last match. I was pretty sure that that would be it for us. Having taken a long look at the Czech Republic, maybe it's just because it's Denmark. They don't seem that dangerous, but you never know. They might be able to spring a surprise or two on us. Now I'm just gonna. I don't know exactly why my background thing is sort of not really adjusting. I'm just gonna do that in order for all that, well, black nothingness to not be there. I thought I'd, because I normally just prepare the background with like stadium pictures, and I didn't really choose the right one for this occasion because it's supposed to be played in Bökelberg Stadium, which is in, what was it? Now I forgot because I've been looking at lots of stadiums, but it's somewhere in Germany, right? And yeah, I totally forgot. It just slipped my mind, but it's anyway. It's an old stadium that was not actually used in 2006. So just around the years, I guess, after this game came out, a lot of stadiums have been built, and especially in the countries, of course, where they where the major tournaments have taken place. So for that reason, the stadium pictures are not exactly up to date. If I go for the actual stadiums where the game says that the matches would be played. Oh yeah, it says so right here. It's in Mönchengladbach, of course. Yeah, epic, legendary team, Borussia Mönchengladbach. And they used to play in the Bökelberg Stadium, and I think some other World Cup, like a long time ago, took place there. but not the one in 2006 anyway, as far as I know. Oh, it didn't. I didn't have to add that. Right. But I do have to get this game going. That's what you're here for, isn't it? And I think I've got everything ready. So Vaughn is at 89, but that's just because he dropped like one tiny percentage. But let's go. Yeah, I'm sorry about this. Got the allergies and stuff. No, Kallenberg. Thomason. Good start for the Danes. With 2, 3 attempts on goal, 4, and then they take the lead right away. Ah, come on. That's a lot of attempts on goal, more than we get in most matches. But that's Ryan Giggs, who's not having it. Thomas Sorensen at fault there, right? Interesting. No. So it seems that my players might have not been totally ready at the kickoff, but now we are, and hopefully we can get more goals than just the one by Giggs. But that was great to get that goal so soon after. Whoa! Come on! You brought him down in the area. That should have been a penalty, totally. So this match is just action-packed in the first 10 minutes. I mean, all sorts of things are happening. And that's a Larsen header. He's really dangerous. Oh. No, don't do that. And again a header. And oh no, good. I want to press this one just to see if they changed any tactical stuff, but hey. Oh no! And that was Danny Coyne. Meaning that I'm gonna have to use Andrew Walters from here on out. 22 years old, 1 cap. And lacking match practice. Welcome to the World Cup, young man. Not much to do about that, but I mean, with all these shots on goal that they have, he's gonna be busy. And that's a save. And one more. Just want to see Coyne. He's at 53%. Hopefully he can return to health. Maybe before our next match, if we manage to defeat the Danes. I think it's going better. I mean, they don't attack like constantly like in the beginning, but well, they're still the best team at the moment. Come on, Tweety. Oh. Oh. I just want to see their tactics. Come on. Oh. So they replaced Jon Dahl Tomasson with Morten Skovbo. He's a striker center, and they're playing him as an attacking midfielder. And Peter Madsen. That's so weird, having replaced those guys already. So I don't know if that's causing any confusion. Henrik Petersen, they moved him down here and replaced Thomas Kallenberg, actually. I don't know if this is because of small injuries or whatever, but it's really weird to use both of those substitutions for no apparent reason and in the first half. So I have to make sure Madsen and Sand. Madsen Sand. Bound. Oh no, that's wrong. Vaughn. Is that correct? Madsen, yeah. Sand. So Delaney. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Those were the only two. No, also, yeah, the backs, but that's fine, isn't it? I don't know. Let's look at the stats. So they're playing really well. The wing backs. Everything is coming from them. So apparently, but Giggs with the goal and Twitty, they're also playing well. So maybe they're sort of doing what they're supposed to. I mean, what else can I do? But it's the midfield. Andy Johnson is not really playing like he's supposed to. And Kit Simons in the defense has a lot of trouble, apparently. And they're not playing well. My backs, my full backs. Why not? I think this is not working. So I'm gonna have to just do the normal thing. Interesting experiment, but I'm gonna have to Vaughn and Delaney, they're gonna have to just take care of the wing backs and this whole area instead of focusing on the central strikers. And then these two guys, they're just gonna have to do all the work. Yeah, that's the way it has to be. How's Kumas doing? He does have a shot on goal. Johnson, you look tired. Oh, and a potential thigh injury for Ryan Giggs. So, let's wait and see. Corner again. 3 minutes. Oh, and a Twitty header. That was crazy that he could get to that. Come on, Wales. No. Robbed? Oh. Good. Now the new keeper that I had to goes, yeah, good corner. Damn. The new keeper that I had to bring in is the guy that just might be the regen for Neville Southall. I'm hoping he is, and right now he looks the part. Good effort, Kumas. So actually, it's starting to look more like an even match. But Kid Simons is really disappointing down here. I don't know what's up with him. He's usually a really good player. He got a 9 the last time I used him. So, do I want to? Yeah, I do. Because he's not gonna improve his game, is he? If he's not playing well at this moment, in this match. And Andy Johnson. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and Kumas, you're gonna have to play down here. And Andy, I don't know, Kid Simons. That's the first thing I'm gonna change. I'm gonna have Darren Jones instead, because that's just not good enough. So hopefully that'll help a little bit. Pushing forward less. All right. So did they change anything tactically? No. Peter Madsen. Good. We got Scobo here, Madsen up front. That's same thing. Oh. Yes. Just give them some more cards and stuff. Can't believe Coin was injured. Kumas. Ooh. And Giggs with a good effort. I don't know how Giggs is doing. Well, it doesn't look like. I mean, I know he had the thing. Oh no. The small injury, but it doesn't really look like he's suffering because of it. It's more this guy I'm worried about, because he's just not really cutting it. So I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to bring Matthew Jones to the fore and have Hartson be the captain again. And Jones, yeah, just do the same old thing like that. Sure. Okay. Twitty. Gigs. Looking for goals. So good, Kumas. Taking along, yeah, it's the same thing like I assumed, but I don't even think I had looked. So weird. A lot of these players are out of position. I mean, Henry Peterson, Scobo, Martin Jorgensen. So that's a bit weird. But they do have some really good defenders right here, or well, just this guy actually. Good. Come on. How many substitutions? Right, still only the 2 substitutions that they've used. No. That's 3 times with the same guy, well, shooting at goal or just getting the rebound all the time. Come on. Free kick? Is it really Giggs? Well, apparently not. The direct free kicks would be taken by Kumas. Right, Giggs, again and again and again. I'm not going to substitute him. I don't care about the small injury. He's just really playing well. Oh, damn. So this might go into extra time. So it would probably be best not to change a thing. And that's exactly what I'll do. Or, that is, I'll take no action. I won't do anything. I'll just slow it down a bit. Jorgensen has to go off. Oh, did they use... Yeah, I think they used all of their substitutions already. Right, so that was their left back, so there should be plenty of room for Twitty now. Yes. What? Come on. Ah, damn. Kumas. We're so close. So close to the semi-final. With no goalkeeper. Except a really old one. And then this guy who came on to become man of the match, 22 years old, with only one cap to his name before this match. What a fairy tale for Andrew Walters, who hasn't played a single first team match for Newcastle. 22 years old, and, well, and the hero of the day for Wales. We actually did it. And Matthew Bound continues to impress. Chris Twitty with, I don't know, what have you been doing? Well, the assist. 1 assist. So the other goal, where did that come from? I forget. Yeah, Coyne let that first one run free after Thomason effort. So Twitty gathered up the loose ball, crossed the ball low and hard from the left. Giggs got free. Giggs was the scorer, and Thomas Sorensen badly positioned. Right. So what happened with Coyne? Coyne saved well low down, sent the ball upfield. Giggs, Thomason, free kick. And then it just says Coyne's participation is over with, as he left the field injured, with no explanation of why. So that was why I didn't understand. And then the last goal, it's just Kumas out of nothing. Kumas hit a hopeful looking shot, and he was running through unmarked. So no assist from anyone. It's just Kumas creating it all on his own, because that's what he does at this World Cup for us. And that's one more goal to his name, which means that probably, if we look at the player stats, yeah, he's number 2 right after Chardel. Right. That's insane, Jason Kumas. So we're in the semifinals, and I'm gonna have to take a look at the other match, Belarus versus Egypt. We're going to play against one of those, and well, that's gonna be decided right now. Belarus with what? Insane tactics. Their manager decided, I don't know, do crack cocaine or something and then come up with this by just throwing all the player names in the air and see how they landed on the table, I guess. So, well, no, wait a sec. What is it? It's a 3, 4, 3, I guess, because these guys will be playing the, or actually it's a 3, 5, counting this guy as an attacking midfielder center, 5 like this with a pyramid shape, and then 2 with this guy as the false 9. I don't know, but anyway, it's short and it's pressing and it's weird looking. So the Egypt tactics, well, a lot more easily understandable, so no weird stuff going on there. Let's see how the first half plays out. If both teams get all their players, all their star players injured, then I'm not complaining. I lost my goalkeeper. It's really good that Andrew Walters could come on and play, well, a magnificent match, but there are no guarantees with a guy like that. And I think even if he's actually, which I hope, if he's the regen of Neville Southall, he's still only 22, and as I understand it, there are no guarantees that the secret attributes that they are also transferred to the regen. I don't think they are. This looks like an Egypt win. I was talking about them being maybe the easiest team to beat in the quarterfinals, but they're sort of proving me wrong at the moment. This is exciting. So now we've got a Belarus goal and a very even game, very even match. They really want to play against Wales. I think I was saying something before I started talking about the match against, but now I forget what it was. Something with the regens and the keeper, yeah. So if he, and they came back from 2 behind, and that's Belkiewicz again from Valencia. 33 years old, he knows it's gonna be his last World Cup. Oh, and that's Mido again. He's not having it. What a match. And right. Yeah, free kick from Belkiewicz. Right, no, that wasn't him. Belkiewicz, I think. Mido again. No, it's a corner. Right. So we're entering the final stage of this match with Egypt looking like the semi-finalists, but I'm hoping they go into extra time and get really, really tired before the next match. Oh. I really do hope so. I mean, anything to make it just a little bit easier for me, because this Egypt team, they look really good. But still, as semi-finalists go, then I'm probably just lucky to not be playing against Italy or France or Argentina or whatever like that. Right, so it's an unlikely semi-final. It's going to be Egypt against Wales. And I think the Egyptians are also probably satisfied with that. Yes. Oh, and I forgot to look. The goalkeeper. I mean, so 10 days. That's touch and go to the final. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but when you're in the semi-final against Egypt, then you just and you've beaten teams like the Czech Republic and Denmark and Uruguay and so on, then you know that The final is not far away, and we already made it to the third place playoff. So we're guaranteed 2 more matches. I totally forgot about that. That's awesome. So, from the 30th, and that's that's exactly 10 days. So that's pretty insane. Injured for 10 days. And superb morale. What about you, Walters? Very good. Lacking match practice. Yeah. He's gonna get a bit of match practice. Why is the other keeper not here? Paul Jones. 22 players selected, maximum 23. Did I get him injured at some point? I think I did. And that's insane, but it means we have one more substitute for the next 2 matches, and hopefully there will be no hopefully there'll be no more injuries for our goalkeepers, because he's all we've got. Andrew, the faith of a nation befalls you. I don't know, is yours to carry your burden, and maybe, I don't know, maybe a gift. I am not going to leave you on this note. I want to see who the other semifinalists are. And yeah, I'm gonna leave that to another episode. I just thought of just playing the rest of it, but it'll be over too soon then, especially if I lose. And I want to make just one episode out of every match I get to play at this World Cup, because you sort of just, I mean, with an event like this, having made it so far after that grueling qualification, I mean, I just have to get all I can out of this. And so did Argentina. So France beat us 3-0 in this World Cup in the first group match, but they didn't have what it took to show Argentina that kind of attacking football like they showed us. It's just Solari and Saviola and so on. They're too good. So Argentina, strong contenders for the title after having beaten England and France, but not being able to beat Scotland, mind you. So that's another semi-finalist. And the last one will be found in this match between the hosts and Brazil. And I want to see it, because that's really cool. It could have been, and that's Jadil. I hope he doesn't score any more goals. I don't know what that was. Maybe that was a mix between Danish and English. Goal in Danish is called mål, so probably it was. I don't know. Right now I can't think straight. It's really late also, and I'm home alone with plenty of time to goof around with the old World Cup on Champman. So, German goal from Ballack. Argentina versus Germany would be pretty cool. I mean, Argentina-Brazil is a classic as well, but there's just something about these clashes between nations from different continents, and we actually have 3 continents playing in the semifinals, no matter what the result of this match is. So that's Michael Ballack is the best man on the field at the moment. And Brazil is in all kinds of trouble. They're not really they're not getting any chances. But Ballack and Jeremy's are creating chances for Germany. And that's another Ballack goal. This guy. Right. So it looks like Germany really wants to win this. And that's a Danielson goal. But too little and too late. So that's the quarterfinals. And I hope I'm right about the semifinals, because I'd rather face Germany or Argentina in the final than I would face them right now. So let's see. I hope it's Egypt and Wales, and then Germany and Argentina. It would be, wouldn't it? The same system as before, but I can't be sure. Same system, or, well, the same kind of logic. So it's the 2nd of July. And it's us against Egypt. And they're just playing straight up 4-4-2 formation. I'm gonna have to remember to change my tactic back. It's us against Egypt at the Olympia Stadium. Load. Was it the 4th? Not that one, that one. This one. Right. Seems legit. And I'm gonna have to take a closer look at that. Yes, they're very pleased. They better be. Let me just see their condition. Okay, so that was a bit unexpected, having had 5 days since the Denmark match. But I guess all these matches are beginning to wear them down. So yeah, just like you saw with the match against the Czech Republic, I'm gonna have to make some changes here. And that's a shame, but I'll find a way. But just not right now, because it's late and you guys have to go to bed now, so, or something. I think I'll go smoke a big fat spliff to celebrate, really, yeah. So, don't tell anyone. See you guys later for the next episode. I hope this is getting exciting. And even if I lose that one, then then I can play for 3rd place, I guess. But that will also be against a really strong opponent. So I'd much rather win against Egypt, and then I'll settle for the silver medals if it, well, in the end, if I actually make it to the final. But well, with a semifinalist, well, with a semifinal in the hand, then against Egypt, then I can't just settle for that. I have to beat them, no matter what kind of darlings they are at the moment. Yeah, really good team, but yeah, I'm gonna have to beat them. I really do. Yes, Mito. Yeah. Later, you guys. See ya. Bye. Thanks for watching.